saw my really funny video this morning. Probably not. We're doing a bit of realigning because we're going to go interplanetary and realign ourselves like the planets are, which is very exciting. Pilates is all about realigning anyway, so we'll just do what we always do. Anyway, right. Okay, so if you have your feet really close together and then just separate them. Hi, Soph. If you have some weights or tins or something, I obviously have them near the Sharpies because they're covered in the thing. Okay, and just have your feet really solidly underneath your hips, okay? And as we're breathing, I just want you to push. I know it sounds really silly, but push your feet. Really push them into the ground. So you're really pushing them down and feel like rooting in. So there's a bit of grounding. With all the stuff that's going on, where we need to stay. So push them and straighten through your spine, but push through your feet. And so really do it as if you're growing roots. So push down and push down and just feel these roots growing down into the ground. I do this for meditation sometimes, but I just got the urge to do it right now. Okay, and just feel the connection you have with the earth. So we're not going to like go crazy and just bring all the energy down and push it through your feet. And the earth is abundant. We've got energy up here, we've got energy down there as well. So push in. And if you see any coloured gemstones, it's my favourite, wrap the roots around these gemstones. Whatever colour pops into your head, big gem, wrap it round. And just feel really rooted to the spot. If you're ever feeling a little bit giddy or a little bit like, panicky, if you go outside barefoot and just do this quick thing where you just ground, really feel the connection with the earth, I tell you, it just brings everything down and slows everything up a bit. It's really great. Okay, so now we're feeling a bit grounded. We just keep visualising those lovely roots and then just grow up like a tree. So what I did there, say Jeremy, like an oak tree that you are, or whatever tree you want to manifest in yourself. And really feel tall. There's your trunk here, so really feel tall. Really grow up as if you're really growing up. Bring your arms up and really stretch up. And feel all that lovely energy all there. And then come down. And I just breathe in through your spine, all the way up through your spine, and then down, but keeping that spine lovely and long. And then down. And when you're breathing in, not sure what's happening here, what I'm saying this, but breathe in, just imagine this lovely rainbow coming all the way, this rainbow thread all the way up your spine. And then holding lovely and tall as you release. So now you're like a tree and a rainbow. There's not much better than that, is there? We'll get fairy wings in a minute. And then out. Okay, and I just roll your shoulder blades down. We're staying lovely and tall. Roll your shoulder blades down as if you're trying to put your shoulder blades into your back pockets of your trousers. So you're really pushing them down, really getting them lovely and solid. So that lovely your shoulder girdle is really becoming lovely and strong. That and your hip girdle, you want to be nice and strong. I like the word girdle. It's wrong, isn't it? But it's so right all at the same time. Words on a postcard. All the words you don't like. Oh gosh, some will come in there. I won't say them. And then the other way. Sophie's gone now, but she said that she went to an aerobic person who didn't have my chat. So I hope you're enjoying the chat today about words that you don't like. Type them in the chat box. Joking, don't do that. Okay, lovely and tall. And just if you pop your hands on your head, if you've got any kind of jewellery on your wrist, just look at the jewellery and just twist the top of your hands. So you want to keep like as if you've got lights, fog lights all the way down, bam, bam, bam here. But so you're just twisting this top bit and then round. So you're really fighting to keep your hips forward. Your thoracic spine down. So roll your shoulders down and twist. My camera's slipped. I have a feeling that might go dead anyway. And round and here. And just ease. Anybody gets upper shoulder ache or back ache, it's a really good one to release any upper back because it's isolating your thoracic spine. Okay, Just have a little bit. Okay. Bring your feet out a little bit so the rooted feet can come out. But you can still walk, but just feel the connection. Okay, and all we're going to do is shoulder blades down, arms up, and grab one of your wrists like that. Okay, and then pull your arm over. So you're just pulling, so you're just enforcing a bit more of a stretch. Up and over. And then up again. Keep on the same wrist, shoulder blades down, even though they're above your head, and pull over. Get a lovely stretch all down your side. And then up, and swap wrists. So hold on to the other wrist now, this one. And then pulling over. So you're just gently coaxing it over, keeping your elbow above your ear, so not coming forward. And then up, and then over again. Up, and then down. Okay. We're going to do, if you grab your weights, we'll do a bit of a warm-up as we get into the next bit of the class. So if you grab your weights, again, you don't have to use weights, it's effective as well. But we're going to march with the same, so we're going to march like this. So I want you to come up, and it's slow. So as if you're kind of as a doll. Shoulders down, shoulder blades down, and marching through. Okay. So it's the same leg, arms straight out, as if you're like a rag doll. So this arm's pulling this leg, this arm's pulling this leg, as if you're on a string. Okay, and when you're marching up, really point your toe down and then place back on the floor. So you're really getting movement in your ankle, which then also helps your, gets that artery moving in the back of your leg, back of your calf, which helps you any water retention and helps get oxygen back to your heart. Super important. Okay, now we're going to come up, rotate the wrist, the hip round, and then down and point, and then up and back. So we're coming up, then we're just going to rotate round as far as you can. It's up to you, it's up to however your body goes. Keep the toe pointing there. Okay, and again up. So you're just mirroring it with your arm. Okay. If you want to take, you can take the if you want to take the arms out, you can do. It's just up, side rotate, down, then up again, back and round. Okay. So it's really good for opening up the hips. Okay. And now we're going to come over this way here. And we're going to stay here, and we're just going to lift from here, like we did before. We're going to march. So your foot's pointing that way, lift and down. Keep this knee soft, the supporting knee soft. So in the hip rotation, so we're opening up our hips and lift and down. Lift and down. You can keep that arm out there if you like. There's a bit of a balance. Up. 3. Awesome. 2, 1. And then we're going to come back and do the other one. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to come up, rotate round. So we're pointing the foot the other way, so our hips are open, and then up and down. So this is working our hips at sort of a, so you want to balance up. You can just leave your arms there and just do your leg if you like. And make sure you haven't turned your foot forward like this, and make sure you are opening so your knee is facing towards the wall if it can do. So you're keeping your hips open. So we're working our hips how we wouldn't usually, to get nice and strong and balanced. 3, 2, 1. Now come up. So you should feel it all in here. It's very good for the inner thighs as well. Okay, back to the other leg. We're just going to come up, open, down, and then we're going to twist the foot round and come into a little, so we're going to now have our feet pointing that way and come into a sumo hold. Plie squat hold, whatever you want to call it. Like this, as wide as you can. I want you to hold. Roll your shoulders down and bring your arms, your elbows together like this. And I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together and then squeeze here together, squeeze your elbows together. So shoulder blades, so you really work from your shoulder blades. That's it. If you take some of the intensity out of your legs, just straighten up a bit, or if you want to go low, you can go even lower. Pushing up, bum to the floor. So we are, think here, it's not literally trying to squeeze something in your shoulder blades when you come here, and then squeeze your elbows together. Okay. 3, 2, 1. If you can keep here, do. I'm just going to bring one foot to the toe. We're going to just do heel taps, alternate heel taps. So we're 1, 2. In this position if you can. If not, just take some intensity out, you can do. So heel raises. Okay. If you feel, so keeping those shoulder blades squeezed. Can you do both at the same time? Both toes. Okay, both toes, amazing. Both toes. If you need to put your arms down, you can do. Both toes. 2, 1, and then walk your feet back in. And shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Okay, okay, we're going to do another little one which is really, pop them down for now, a little one which is a really good mobility one from standing, okay? So first of all, lovely and tall, okay, and bring your hands down, walk forward, step down, bring both feet together, sit back and then come into a lovely, this position here. Big deep breath in on the out breath. Sit on your heels, back up to knees, standing up. Okay, and tall. Not using your hands to help you get up. So come down, the other leg, down, down, sit down and stretch. Sit back on your heels, back up to your knees. Other leg up and up. Okay. As you exhale down, one leg down, back to your knees, sit down on your heels and stretch. So one more time. And you come back onto your heels, sitting up to high knees, one leg, hands off, 2 legs, that's it. And then lovely and stretched up. Isn't that lovely? Okay, cool. Okay, and then we're going to come to one more time. We're going to stay down now. So inhale, as you exhale, hands down, step forward onto your knee, down, and then come to here. Okay, big breath in and then put your elbows down and come to this sort of position here. So you're on your forearms, bum in the air. So it's 4-point kneeling, but on your forearms. Okay, and tuck your toes in. If anybody's a yogi person, it's a bit like a dolphin. Okay, so all we're going to do, or like a downward dog, but on our forearms, it's really lovely. So tuck your toes in and just push through your toes, push your bum up and tuck your head in and just really push your bum up. Okay, and then come back to your knees, please. Inhale. If anyone's a Crowded House fan, it was it's a really, really good song. Anyway, now straighten those legs, bring your head through your arms, and then back. Okay, if you want to take it a bit further, when you go up, we're going to do a little donkey kick, so, or a little leg kick, sorry. So, inhale, exhale, pushing through. If you can then bend one leg and kick it behind you. What are you doing? And then back, and then down. Inhale, tuck toes under, bum up. And the other leg you can bend and then straighten up. And then down. And then give yourself a little bit of a stretch. That can be nicer rather than putting all the full weight through your wrists. That's what they're called. Right. Okay, now the next one we're going to do, we've done a few times actually, but it's a really, really great one. So come up to all 4-point kneeling. do a different variant of this. Really, really great for what's called the posterior chain, so everything down your back and obviously your core as well. So come to 4-point kneeling. Just make sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders. They're shoulder width apart, knees again underneath hips, hip width apart, and just feel that lovely rainbow thread through your spine, just from your coccyx to your spine, just pulling you through. You've got a lovely neutral spine. Draw a line with one of your toes behind you and lift up. And then back and then down. So that's the first layer. So keep your toe on the floor until you've got a lovely straight leg, and then kick up, back to the floor and back to that position here. So we're going to stay on the same leg. Okay, really feel the length through, so your toe is really pushing away. Okay, now it's up there. While it's up there, I just want you to then bend your arms slightly and then back. It doesn't have to be big, but keep that lovely neutral spine. So the temptation is to dip your head. Don't do that. So out and but even if it's just a little bit, bring your legs up. Okay. Even if you just slightly bend your elbows. That's great, Alex, great. Some people can go all the way down, but I'm not one of them. All the way. Okay. Okay, the next layer is when we're kicking out. Bend your elbows, even if it's just a little bit. Back up. And then when you bring your leg in, I want you to pull up and crunch through. So trying to bring your nose to your knee. Okay, so we're really fluid up. And then crunch. Kicking out, straight leg up and press. And stay where you're at. So you have to press low, it's just the intention. It's just getting your arms a little bit stronger. Upper body is just helping out in this lovely alignment. Great, Chris. Great, Claire. Fab, Alex. Really great. Okay, we'll do 2 more on this leg. And then we'll swap through. Great, great, Linda. Last one. Okay, and then back and give yourself a bit of a, it's probably your other bum that's hurting, not the one that's moving. I don't know. It's always my stabilising bum that hurts. See, that could be said in so many ways, couldn't it, I suppose, and be taken all wrong. Right, okay, so come back into all fours. Only if you're me, obviously, because my brain is like that. Come back into 4-point kneeling. Just make sure you're lovely and set and keep that spine really aligned. Keep your tummy nice and tight. And get the other toe, and as if you're drawing a line in the sand until your leg is straight. So you couldn't possibly draw that line, you couldn't reach it any longer. Kicking up and then back. So that's to get that right is really important. So lovely straight leg, kick up. Okay, that's great. Don't hang, we're not doing, oh, you're ahead of me, Chris. We're not doing the press yet. Keep your head lovely and straight. Keep your head up though, Chris, don't do this. Keep your head lovely and straight. So keep your gaze just in front of your fingers. That's a good note. If you start dipping through, just keep looking just ahead of your fingers. Okay, now we'll come up and we'll just bend our elbows slightly, bringing our leg as far behind us as we can. Back up and then down. Okay, so we're just going to follow the energy through our bodies. Even if you just literally just a token bend of the elbows is absolutely fine. Okay, and this time we're going to add, when we come in, we're going to keep our leg coming and crunch through. You can see your spine is really having a lovely, so we're coming through. So take this really nice and slow, it's a slow, precise move. And you take it to whichever level you feel comfortable taking it to. Okay. Okay. Upper bodies can be tricky to grow, and this is a really great way of doing it, so just take it at your own pace. Keep moving. 2 more. Okay. Last one, and come and give your, so if your bum's hurting, just give it a rub if you like. And then grab your, we'll grab your weights and lovely little stretch out. And if you grab your weights, come all the way down to the floor. And have your weights behind you here. So we're going to have our arms behind us. Now you might not want to use your weights here. it's quite a good idea of, you get a really good idea of what you're using. So heads, first of all, head is down. So all you're doing is peeling down your shoulder blades down your back. So your shoulder blades are coming back and just pulling off your chest. Okay, so you lift off your arms off the ground and just pull down, peeling your chest off the floor. And then down. Inhale, pull your shoulder blades down. And then down again. You happy with that? And then do the 1, 2, 3. So you're pushing back with your triceps. 4, 5, and then down. This works with or without weight, so don't worry. So peeling up, hold that, and then I want you to focus on the back of your arms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then down. Okay, it's starting to ache again. So you're coming up. You then want to bring your legs up as well. So there's straight legs, so you're really pulling back. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then down. So you're peeling your shoulders up, bringing your straight legs up. 1, 2. If you want to leave your legs on the ground, that's fine. And then down. The next layer, then, if you want to, just stay where you're happy there. Remember, guys, is then we're going to move our legs as well with our arms. Okay, we're moving from the hip, not from the knee. Inhale, exhale, pulling up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, last one. Pulling back, legs up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Pull those arms down, stretch those toes, look to the ground, and then down. Okay, and then come onto your side. Really great for your backs there. So now we're going to work our sides a little bit. You can use this, or you might find it a bit of a distraction. Come onto your elbow, this leg bent, this leg straight, and just lift your side off the floor. This is purely to add a little bit of weight here, to add a little bit so it helps with the toning. So you don't really need to use this, it's just adds a bit of weight on your leg. So all we're going to first of all do is just roll. If you've got tins, anything round and rolly helps. So you're just literally just rolling it up and down. Okay. Okay. Now hold the weight. This time we're just going to come up and do that. Okay. It's like we did at the beginning. We're just mirroring our leg and our arm. Lift that waist off the floor. Amazing. And then as you get to here, turn and face your foot and bring it closer. So you bring it closer, so your foot's facing you, so your knee is facing towards your face. And then twist and down. So you're coming up and you're rotating down like we did in the beginning, rotating our hips. And then down. If you find this a distraction, just put it down and do that. You just pop the weight down and do it like this instead. So slide your arm up your leg, twist and bring your leg closer towards you. Keep that straight as possible. Beautiful. Okay, and really, again, keep that in mind that you're lifting this off the floor. So keep going, pull towards you, and then back. It's really good for this mobility around here. Hip mobility. Okay, and hold. See if you can hold and bring this closer towards you. Really look at your knee and see if you can inhale, exhale, pull it closer as you exhale. Inhale again and pull closer. Okay. Okay. That's just, I think that's a really, really good little one there. And take these and come to seated. Okay. Again, you can do this with or without weights. This makes it a bit harder for your tummy. So come to seated. Okay, and bring your arms up above your head if you can. Lovely straight rainbow spine. Okay, and as we're going to just do a little, we're going to then curl our spine into a C shape and come halfway down. Breathing in. As we exhale, we're going to sit up and put our arms up again. Lovely straight spine. C shape and down. And then up. So exhale to come down. Big breath in. Exhale to come up. So just get used to that. Big breath in. And then lovely straight spine. To make it harder, you can just slide your legs down a little bit so your legs are a bit straighter if you like. Okay. And then up, really straighten up. Okay, and my next layer, so when you're used to that one, is when you've got your arms up, one of your arms, keep it coming and follow it so it taps behind you. Back up, and then half roll back, yeah? So you're rolling up, one arm keeps on coming. Okay, and down. So you come to seated, bring your, keeps on coming. Okay, so your arms up. So as you sit up, your arms, okay. Breathe in, last one of these as you come up. Down. Okay, cool. Now if you then twist and tap these balls to one side in your half roll back position, so now staying in this roll back position. Now stay wherever you feel like you're not going to struggle to get up or down, okay? So you're going to tap one side, tap the ceiling as if it were, and then tap the other side. Now take this, have this only come back as intense as you can. So we're going to one side, tap both hands, push up, and tap the other side, and push up. So you want both hands to go down each side if you can. Actually, yeah, use weights, and if you can, try putting one leg off the floor. If you feel confident, you can have two heels off the floor, so you're just resting on those sit bones. Only do it if you can do it without compromising your core though. Or you can just alternate feet. Pushing up, so it's a lovely slow movement. We want to really twist to touch each side. Again, push, round, 3, 2, 1, and then put them down and give yourself a bit of a stretch out. Give your tummy had a bit of work. Okay. Come back up to seated and pop your hands behind you. Now this is more of a tricky one, but it's a really good one to learn to master. But it's an advanced move, but I'm just going to teach you the early bits of it, because it's a really great one. It kind of goes against what your body thinks it wants to do, so just take it at your own pace. So if you have your hands behind you, don't slump into you, so really pull out your chest, straight arms. All we're going to do is push into our feet and just raise up. If you just come to here, engage your tummy, bum, and then down. Be really mindful to push out of your chest rather than slump down. So pushing up, if you can get to a little tabletop, get your glutes involved, or if you're just here, that's fine too. And then down. So if it's here, hold there. If it's there, hold there too, that's fine. And then down. Okay, but keep pushing out of that chest. So if you want to take it to the next, if you're finding this quite easy, that's great. Just walk one leg down to straight and back and down. If you want to do it from here, if you're really struggling to do it, you can do it from here. You're just doing that move, just like a hip thrust up. It doesn't matter how far you're going because you're working on it. That's great. If you pull your knees and legs a little bit in, Alex, so that when you come up, you've got that straight leg. So you make it a bit easier. If you pull your legs in a bit, it's easier. If you put your feet, the closer your feet are to your bum, the easier it is. So you're pulling up, and then straighten the other leg out if you want to take it to the next level. Back, and down. We'll just do another, I'll show you the last layer of it if you're wanting to. Coming up, one leg straight, two legs straight, push that pelvis up, and then down. But it's really good for you, but just practice just lifting up and down. It's really good for shoulder strength, arm strength, as well as core strength as well. But I'm not going to kill that one. Do you know what? Everyone hates it until you can do it, in all honesty. And it took me years to be able to actually do it. So I'm just showing you just a really nice one to do. Right, we're going to go over to our other side now and do that little side thing. We'll do it without the weight though. Okay, so bend this leg, scooch this, what am I talking about? Scoop this side off the floor. Okay. And have that straight. So first of all, we're just going to lift up and down. So feel your, that's better actually without the weight. So lift your waist off the floor and just focus on lifting the waist off the floor. And you're just sliding your hand down. Okay, so loads better without the weight. There's me trying to overcomplicate things. Great flexibility there, Mum. And Alex, and keep that leg as straight as you can, this leg. When you're not putting any weight through it or any pressure through the joint, it's okay to have straight legs. It's just when you're actually putting weight and pressure through the joints, you have to keep them soft. Amazing, guys. Now, if you want to twist and bring that knee towards your face. So this is a really great one to keep your everything, all your legs nice and stretched, your hamstrings open, your hips open. So bring that knee towards you and then down. As you come down, lifting your waist off the floor. So you're scooping up and lift. And then down as you come down, to make sure you're lovely and straight, lifting up through. And now hold. Again, now in this position, see if you can straighten that leg. And breathe in. As you breathe out, pull that leg towards you. If you need to bend it a bit, do, that's fine. Now breathe in again, holding it here, and then exhale a little bit close, like a millimetre even. Bit closer, my leg's like shaking now. Inhale and exhale a little bit closer. It is like Jane Fonda DVD, isn't it? Well, not me, obviously, but you know. Okay. And then release, give my mum secrets away. I'm sure she'd have watched Jane Fonda actually, but I just have visions of it all. Okay, and actually we're just going to just do a little lift here just while we are here. 2, 3. Okay, now roll on to your tummy, you're going to come to your forearms again. I'm just doing this way because I prefer to look this way. Onto your forearms, okay. Hands down, so you can push and give yourself a bit of support. So make sure your elbows are underneath your shoulders and not. So we're going to push. Well, first of all, I'm going to do the Pilates plank practice. Okay. So all we're going to do first of all is lift up, push up through your shoulder blades, roll your back off, and just come to your knees. As in, so you're just literally resting on the top of your knees. So you're just curling up, engaging through your tummy. And then you roll back slowly. So you're rolling off the floor, just the top of your knees, okay? Inhale, exhale, pushing out through your shoulder blades, up through your core, and hold. Now doing a plank like this is so much more tricky. And then, because you're literally just using your core to keep you up. Okay, so this I'm going to roll up through our shoulders, up to our knees. If you feel comfortable there, you can tuck your toes in and literally just straighten your legs. Okay? You can't hold this for very long like this one. 3, 2, 1, knees down. It's amazing how much you can't hold that. It's not like a 2-minute one, that. Okay. Pushing out. When I first learned that in Pilates, I was like, yeah, we can all do like 4-minute planks, and then like 15 seconds later, we're all falling over. Come to your knees. Big breath in. As you exhale, just straighten out your legs. So there you are. You're literally, your tummy is holding. So just take it as As you can. 3, 2, 1. One knee, 2 knees down, and roll down. Okay. I'm going to try and do a little bit of a side dip here, even if you stay on your knees. So if you're rolling up, come to your knees. If you can, come to your toes. And we're just going to roll to tap one hip on the ground. And then we're going to roll to tap the other hip. Knees down, hand back down. Okay. Do another couple of them. Inhale, push out through your spine, roll to your knees, big breath in. As you exhale, straighten your legs, hold there, and then dip one hip and the other hip. Knees down and roll down. Last one. Rolling up, straight, hip dip, knees and roll down. And then push yourself up and give yourself a lovely stretch. Marvellous. What we're going to do from here, you come back into all fours, okay? And if you just step out, we're going to do this really briefly. Step out into a little plank here, okay? Now I want you to try and aim to get your right foot in between your hands. Okay, so you're going to 1, 2, 3, and you're going to... Now if you miss it, don't worry, you can sort it out later. But this is what we're planning to do here, okay? So get a lovely, lovely stretch through, as if we're about to run the 100 metres, although you don't start like this, but you know, roughly. Okay, and if you want to put your knee down for support, do. That's totally fine. Or, if you can, push the weight through your front leg and try and come up. Now if you need to put your knee down, do. Or make it a bit, there we go. Now sit up. If you can clasp your hands behind you and push your pelvis down, you'll get a beautiful stretch all down the front of your hip. Okay. Fabulous. Can you come up? Here. Great. Now, if you've got your with your right foot in front, whichever foot you've got in front, get the same arm and bring it down next to your foot, and then open up the other way. Okay. Bring both hands back and step yourself back out. The plank position, and then you've got it. It's the other side. So you can even give yourself a bit of a, don't worry if it's not perfect, it's fine. Just walk your head, your foot through, get yourself in a comfortable position. If you need to put your knee down, put your knee down, that's totally fine. Okay, get in a comfy position and then gradually, first of all, hover your hands off, see if you can cope, see if it's the right position for you. Hover your hands and then peel yourself up. You can even walk up your leg if you like. Peel yourself up, pushing your pelvis in. Like I say, your knee can be down, that's fine. Clasp your hands behind you. It's a very strong position, this. If you need to put your knee down, that's totally cool. That's what we do a lot of anyway, is our knee down. Just the next step, let this is leveling up. Okay, shoulder blades down and reach up. Stay really strong through your tummy as well. Okay, then matching hand to foot that's down beside you, and then open up. And then come down here. Now I'm not doing it out of plank. This time I'd like you to maybe step in a little bit with the back foot and straighten this front leg if you can. Now hold on to that front leg with the matching arm. And we're going to twist that. So this foot's now on the floor. We're going to twist that foot to face there. Okay, so we're like this. And we're opening up like this here. So this foot's flat but facing forward. This foot's flat and facing that way. We're just opening up. Again, any yoga people might have done this before. Okay, see if you can now push a bit closer to that leg. Everyone's upside down. Okay, and then bring that leg down, bring that hand down. And then we're just, this way, we're just going to walk ourselves around. Bring this foot this way, so this foot now is facing forward and this foot's facing that way. I'm going to walk around, grab hold, open up. Okay? Big breath in and see if you can pull yourself closer to this leg. Okay? It's just lovely. This is a really nice stretch. Just if you can straighten that leg a bit, do. Push that knee in, straighten up, and back down. Walk to the middle, and now bring both feet so they're facing forward. And you're walking in the middle, and then see if you can just roll down and pull your head down through the middle. Now if your knees are bent, that's absolutely fine, and have them as wide as you feel comfortable. You're just going to pull yourself down, and if you want to widen your legs a bit and take them a bit wider, you do that and pull yourself down. If you remember, do you guys remember when my Zoom went out in this position? I left everyone, my Zoom link left, and all this is the position I left everybody in, like this, like, oh no. Okay, so pull yourself down. See if you can get your forearms on the floor and tuck your head in. It's a really great internal leg stretch here. Pull down. Inhale, breathing out, really curl down. Keep your head on the floor. Big breath in, now push through your hands and walk your feet towards your hands. Keeping down if you can. Unless your head's going funny, then don't. So you're walking in here, I'll show you from the side, and then we're just going to crouch down and give our knees a hug. We all need a hug, even your knees. You could draw little faces on your knees and pretend like you're hugging someone else. You could put little pictures, couldn't you? Sorry, is that insensitive? I'm not meaning to be insensitive. I'm trying to, yeah, I'll shut up. So hug your knees as if they're your people. Big breath in, staying on your toes. Hands on the floor and just straighten up as if you're growing like a plant. In my little book, I've got the book of feelings for my kids, and this it's like you're growing, it's hope. It's called, oh that made me cry. It's like hope. So just imagine you're now hopeful and growing like a little plant in summer. Okay, so if you can now gradually bring your hands just off the floor a bit so you're lovely and straight, full of newness and hope and all things fabulous. And if you want, you can put your hands on your knees if you like to. If you can, open your arms up. Push through the balls of your feet. Gradually come to standing. If you can stay on your toes, do. And grow really tall, like a hopeful bud. Really, really, really tall. And then come down onto your feet. Marvellous. I feel really kind of, really like strong and a bit shaky. Shaking. Ooh, I feel like everything's really been stretched and worked. Okay. I'd like to know, so the exercise we did in the beginning, we'll do it without weights though. I just want you to open up, march up, open up and down, and just see if that actually feels slightly open up and stretch down. So you can just trace your arm. It should feel either a bit like, God, that's achy, or you should definitely feel like it's slightly loosened up hip flexors and stuff. So with the bad weather and stuff and the general blech, some of us aren't getting out as much as we maybe do usually. Okay, lovely. Last one, open and down. Okay, so just shake it out and just do that. Or you just, you know, if you've got anything icky, I want you just to shake it out and just feel like you just shake it out, shaking a bit of life in and shaking the ickies out. And just, yeah, just whether you guys are like energetically spiritual or Buddhists or you're like, no, that nonsense, whatever it might be, just know that we are charged electrically with our. So if you just shake it up, sometimes that's all you need is a bit of a shake. Just shake it up. Right, okay, fab. Okay, and now I just want you, if you would like to just put your hand on your heart and take a really big, long, count for 5 in breath. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it there. And then release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And this time, as you're breathing for 5, breathe in the most beautiful smell you can imagine for 5. Hold it. And then as if you're blowing out to candle. A very easy candle. And I want you to breathe in that beautiful smell. Hold. And then release. And then what does that smell? Does that smell take you to a really happy place? Breathe that happy, smelly place into your heart. And then out. I would tell you what mine is, but I don't remember, I'll cry, so I won't bother. Okay, so breathing in again. Okay, and then just, can that make you smile? Can that happy thought, can it make you smile when breathing into your heart? If it does, then smile. Okay, and breathing in that happy moment. See if you can let it go to your face, and then tell your whole body as you breathe it out. And once your heart remembers all the happy things, your head will just, and your body will react happily to it as well. It's great for anybody who's worried about anything. Telling your heart you're happy, it remembers happiness and it will tell your brain and your body. Okay, very good for your immune system. Just putting it out there, really good for happy energy to be surging through your body. It's very good at fighting anything icky. Okay, so now we'll do some big Pilates breaths in and we'll re-energize. So if you come down, breathing in, feel all the tingly energy at your fingertips, breathing in, and then energetically, you got this, huh? That kind of, so breathing in, you can breathe through your mouth if you want, and yeah, and again, yeah, Texas Ranger, breathing in again, really tall, and yeah, you've got this, the day is yours. I'll see you guys on Facebook later.